Hello and good day, Dr. Frank is back with another set of predictions, and this time I'm doing this one early. Australian Open tennis starts tomorrow or tonight, depending on where you are in the world. First round, second round, I'm not the biggest fan of outright winners because the odds aren't necessarily too great. So I kind of like to look at combination of things, or people winning, a set. If the odds are okay. As I said before in a previous video, I tend to look at minimum odds of 1.67 and above, really, in regards to something. So that's like my borderline. Hence the reason why I'm not really a big fan of looking at things early doors. You can put things together, which is kind of what I've looked at this time round, but it's not necessarily outright. You'll get what I mean. Anyone who knows me knows tennis is my favourite sport in the world. It's what I love. I'm going to look at this option here. I think it's an interesting one. I'm combining 3 matchups together with 3 different stipulations. Okay, so what I'm looking at is 3 games, 3 matchups with 3 different stipulations, but putting them all together in what's called a treble. Okay, if any of them lose, obviously the prediction loses, basically. All right, so the first part of it is actually to do with Andy Murray and Basilashvili. If I butchered his name, I'm sorry. All right, this is the first part that I'm actually looking at. Now, these top guys actually met up in the Sydney Open only last week, with Andy Murray coming through 2-1. Thing is, Basilashvili is one of those guys who can have a good set, but he's not consistent enough. I do feel that Murray's going to come through this one. He should have more than enough. Murray's looking good. He got to the final of that Sydney Open, actually. Lost in the end, but he's looking good. He's coming into the Australian Open in good form is basically what I'm saying. So with that in mind, the first part of the prediction is actually Andy Murray just to win his matchup outright. That's the first part. The second part of the prediction is the matchup between Liam Broady and Nick Kyrgios. Okay, now Liam Broady's just come through the qualifiers. He's coming into good form. He's up against a fan favourite. Only problem here is Nick Kyrgios. He's one of those guys who can beat anyone and lose to anyone, as we know. Okay. The issue here, or a big issue, is this guy is only just coming back from COVID. He's not physically at his peak right now. I mean, he hasn't really played much tennis at all over the last year, in all honesty. Not enough anyway, in my eyes. I've got a feeling Liam Broady will get at least a set here. And that's the second part of the combined prediction that I'm actually looking at here. So the second part of the prediction is Liam Broady to actually win a set. Okay. The third part of the prediction is in the women's section. It's the first round matchup between Emma Raducanu and Sloane Stephens. Okay, 2 former US Open. Well, actually, no. Emma Raducanu is the current US Open champion, and Sloane Stephens, former US Open champion, which she won against Madison Keys, if I remember rightly. It was an All-American final. It was like 2017, 2018 area, I think. Or 2019. It's one of those 3. Anyway, the point is, I know people don't like me saying this, especially if you're Brits. I don't rate Raducanu. I don't know how she's world number 18. I don't know if she'll win anything ever again. As in a Grand Slam, that is. She may win a title here and there, but I don't see her winning a Grand Slam. I think she was incredibly lucky winning the US Open. I don't know how she did it. I don't think she knows how she did it. Don't be surprised. Don't be too surprised if she goes out in the first round here. She got absolutely obliterated in a matchup recently, 6-love, 6-1. I think she's going to realise how difficult this tour actually is, and there's levels. She's going to have to learn. Now, I do think Sloane Stephens, if anyone's going to win the matchup, I think there's a greater chance that Sloane Stephens wins this matchup, and she's actually the underdog. However, again, because I think she's most likely to win this matchup, I'm actually looking at Sloane Stephens just to win a set. Okay, so the combination of the prediction is as follows: Andy Murray just to win his match outright, with Liam Brody to grab a set off Nick Kyrgios, with Sloane Stephens to win a set against Raducanu. Okay, all of that together, you'll get between, at the moment I've seen it at 2.92, okay, which is pretty good for first round, okay, of a combination. You might even be able, if you look around, you might be able to get it to 3.00 odds. But right now I've seen it at 2.92. That's what I'm looking at present. I'm going to look more into the Australian Open as the rounds go by, most likely. If I see certain things, yeah, definitely I'll upload. But I'm not the biggest fan of early doors. You know, you're going to see stupid odds, you know, 1.07 like Nadal to beat Giron or something stupid. You know, doesn't make any sense. So for me, that's what I'm looking at as far as it's concerned. So just as a recap, it is Murray just to win his first round matchup combined with Liam Brody and Sloane Stephens to nick a set respectively in their first round matchups against Kyrgios and Raducanu. Okay, guys, have an awesome day. Please, as I always say, like, share, subscribe, follow, retweet. Let's grow this. I'm really enjoying doing it. It's 2022. Dr. Frank signing out. Speak to you later. Bye bye.